What's up guys, and welcome to another YuGiOh Duel video. So currently, as we all know, the KC Cup ended a few days ago, and now we are welcome with a very chill, very casual event unlocked featuring Varis, aka Revolver Destiny at hand. So currently what's new for this event is essentially the new event exclusive cards featuring the recommended rewards. First up, we have the skill which is called the Might of Hanoi. Can be used before your normal draw if your life points are below 1400. And the Might of Hanoi chooses from outside of your deck randomly one of the cards from your normal draw during this turn. So it's actually kind of a random draw if you think about it, but we don't know what are the context within this normal draw. We'll just have to see later on. Aside from that, we have extra rewards during this time as well, featuring the card sleeves of Varis along with a few other cards in its archetype like the Topologic, Borrowload, Rockets, as well as the regular Rocket Link monsters as you see above. I kinda like this art style, to be honest. I pretty much prefer it over the ones that we have over here, like the one with featuring only Varis and Borrowload Dragon. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool and all, but I still prefer something like this with a diversity where you get to see like one character with multiple representations at the back of what archetype he used, what kind of monsters he used overall. And aside from that, event exclusive rewards. First up, we have magical cylinders. As its name suggests, it basically is a card feature that actually coincides with the magic cylinders trap card itself. So this card allows you to set a magic cylinder directly from your deck or graveyard. If it is set from the deck, it can be activated this turn. When you activate magic cylinder, you can banish this card from your graveyard, double that damage inflicted to your opponent, and you can only use this effect once per turn. So essentially this recycles your magic cylinders because it brings out the magic cylinder from your deck or your graveyard back onto the field, meaning that your opponent will have to actually be careful during their next attack, during their battle phase to attack you directly or not, depending on how much attack points, because in the Duel Links version, magic cylinder deals half of the damage, and with magical cylinders on the other hand, it basically returns it to its default state in the card game version where you deal equal to amount of damage of that monster that attack you during this turn. So it's a pretty cool card. I do recommend if you are playing Magic Cylinder in your deck currently, you might probably want to play 1 or 2 copies of this just to recycle your Magic Cylinder as much as you can. And aside from that, we have a new Rocket monster, Auto Rocket Dragon, level 3 Dragon type. As per usual for the Rockets archetype, when a Link monster targets it, it activates an effect. When it's destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon another Rocket monster from your deck onto the field. So in this case for Auto Rocket Dragon, you get to send a spell or trap on the field to the graveyard. Keyword send, not destroy or target. Send. So essentially, regardless whether it's a face up spell or trap or it's face down, just send it to the graveyard, eradicating it just like that. Essentially, it's a pretty decent card overall to have, plus a good addition to the Rocket archetype. Since we already have quite a few Rocket monsters overall, it's nice to have other Rockets being added towards the entire game. If past event cards such as Borrowload Furious Dragon and also Silver Rocket Dragon are also currently available and up for grabs, and seeing as they are past event exclusive cards, they will be available in the cumulative reward system as prismatic prints, noting Silver Rocket and also Borrowload Furious Dragon. So you click into the middle of the screen right there, you get to see the cumulative reward system as well as a few episodes thus far. So currently you got to complete episode 4 to unlock Varis, but if you already unlocked him in the previous event, it's pretty much redundant. You'll just play along just to get that free amount of gems anyways. So as you can see right now, as I mentioned, Silver Rocket Dragon will be a prismatic print because it's an event exclusive from the past event. That also scrolls down to just a bit more and you'll see a Borrowload Furious Dragon as a prismatic print as well. So as you can see from my top left corner right there, I already own 1 prismatic and 8 regular copies, so that means if I just play this event just a bit more, I'll obtain my second prismatic copy, which is kinda decent overall. And after you complete the episodes, what you will be aiming for once you duel against Varis on a multitude of times, you can just click onto the missions up there because there are certain rewards over here. Reduce your opponent's life points to 0 using Borrowload Dragon, duel against Gore. So previously it was against Blue Angel, now it's Gore. Most probably in the upcoming 2 more we'll be doing against either Playmaker as well as the, what's that guy's name already, the one that used Salamand Grades. Oh wow, I kind of forgot about him. So aside from that, dueling against Varis as well as these event exclusive duels, you get to accumulate your EX jewels, which you can use to exchange for event exclusive cards over here. So magical cylinders is not available to be unlocked via the EX jewels. However, Borolo, Fierce Dragon or Rokket Dragon, as well as Silver Rocket Dragon are up for grabs, depending on how much EX jewels you manage to compile during the time. As well as once you manage to obtain enough amount of the event exclusive cards and you still have a bit left over, don't be stingy and just exchange it for the event boosters right there, because they are up for grabs and they do help in a duel, if you especially when you're farming against legendary duelists. So right now I'm using my Varis deck currently, so let's get a duel with Blue Angel herself. So you have the option of using the event exclusive deck with Varis. So it mainly features the Boral archetype, which you can see most of the cards are available in the previous few boxes ago when Varis appeared in the game. So this basically like a base build for you if you want to try it for yourself. Boost Sector Launch as well is a great card for rockets themselves. However, I do not recommend using Rapid Trigger because you restrict your fusion monster from attacking anything else that does not come from the extra deck. So unless you are playing in a PvP rank duel where a lot of players are using extra deck monsters, you don't actually need to use this in the normal NPC farm kind of duel, but having 1 or 2 is quite recommended. Although I do prefer using Super Polymerization when it comes to this compared to Rapid Trigger, but overall it's restricted to 1, so that means Mirror Force and Magic Cylinder, all those other cards that are restricted to 1 will be limited, and you gotta choose properly on what cards you plan to set up inside your deck. No, I do not plan to use it. Instead, I'll be using a regular Varis deck, Mark out of Hanoi, or I can go for a Rocket Reload deck that I actually built quite a while back. So currently I'm just gonna use my Rocket Reload deck just to see how it performs during the current stage. Okay, let's see what we get in our first starting hand. Alright, draw 4 cards please, thank you very much. Alright, so we have Boot Sector Launch as well as a Gateway Dragon, both of which are pretty decent overall, so let's normal summon our Gateway Dragon real quick. Activate our Quick Launch to special summon. Let's see, who should we special summon? Let's special summon Rocket Tracer onto the field.
The tutor monster, Rocket Tracer.
Next up, we'll activate Rocket Tracer's effect of popping our Gateway Dragon. And we can bring out any rockets that we want, like Metal Rocket Dragon, onto the field. Once we're done, we can go either into a next seize or a next summon, depending on what are the situations. So currently, I'm just gonna go into my Dark End Dragon because it's a pretty decent monster overall.
I know what to do. I tune my monsters together.
Next up, now I have 2 options. I can either go into Borolo Fierce Dragon right now, or I can wait later on. But I'm currently waiting later on, so let's see what my opponent is planning to do right now.
This, I end my turn.
Okay, Blue Mason, go ahead, level 20, you don't actually have to worry about anything at all, because it's a pretty much basic deck, and essentially won't do any 0 to little amount of damage to you overall. You can just activate the spell cards if you want to just add that extra point of activating a spell, as well as the fact you can special summon as well. So now let's go for Magna Rocket Dragon real quick. Activate Dragon's Mirror from the field to go into our Borolo Fierce Dragon. There we go, the first prismatic I actually have. Okay, let's go Metal Rocket Dragon.
Roar and anger merge into the sword. Set your eye.
So this deck itself is quite versatile, and as you can see on the second turn I already have 3 monsters on the field, 2 from the extra deck and 1 on the regular normal summon. Although my hand is pretty much empty, even if my opponent were to destroy my Magna Rocket Dragon, it still has the floating effect of special summoning another rocket monster from the deck onto the field. So just like that, full beatdown, essentially easily and potentially winning the match. Note that this is a level 20 Blue Angel, so it won't actually do much damage to you. So it's essentially quite a very easy and straightforward duel overall. Okay, blah blah blah, let's go. So essentially that's basically the entire thing when it comes to the Varis event overall. So you can, once you accumulated enough points and complete episode 1, you can duel against Varis at the gate to your own leisure. Just what the multipliers you have depending on how many event keys that you also have access to. And also it's the best, what I do recommend when it comes to these kind of events, when you duel against legendary duelists that appear only exclusively during events. What I do recommend is doing, what's this called, using the result boosters as I mentioned before. So you just go to items, go for result boosters or EXP boosters. Result boosters essentially give you a bonus 1000 at the end of the accumulated duel result. That way increasing your chances of maybe obtaining a magical cylinders or any of the other cards currently available. But it's quite randomized and depends on how much damage or how high your score actually is. The higher the score, the better, and it is essentially quite efficient, and it allows you to gain that extra amount of points to go into the bonus as well. Anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and find that quite useful. So if you have any questions at all, just let me know in the comments down below and I'll answer to you as fast as I can. So until then, stay safe, have a great day of you, and goodbye.